Hey folks, it's Chris Gordon back with you for part 6, I think this is part 6, of the pentatonic combo thing that we've been talking about over the course of the weeks. I've been on the road for quite a bit, so I'm a little late in getting this installment in, but this is going to be position 5 of A minor pentatonic, borrowing from, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. It's position 4 of my A minor pentatonic, borrowing from position 5. Getting ahead of myself, I apologize. So, in the key of A minor pentatonic, the position is going to start on E, and it's E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, and G again. Intervallically, let's take a look at what we got here. E here is the 5th of A, so we're relating this to A minor intervallically. So the 5th to the flat 7, to the root, to the flat 3rd. Okay, there's our 4th. There's our 5th again. G is our flat 7 again. A is our root. C is our flat 3rd. And here's my D, which is going to be, again, my 4th. And then E is my 5th, and G is my flat 7. Now we're going to be borrowing from position 5, which is G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, and A. Intervallically, that is going to be the flat 7 to the root. The C is the flat 3rd to the 4th. You can also think of that as the 11 if you want. The 5th, E, right? Flat 7, root, flat 3rd, 4 or 11 if you will. 5th, flat 7, and then of course the root. So the line goes like this. So let me clear the fingering up really quick, because this is another one of those kind of tangly ideas, I guess. I start with the index on C, up to the D, with the 3rd finger, and I'm setting that up for this reach here, 12, 15, and 17, E, G, and A, with my 1, 3, 4 action. Coming back, I'm pretty sure, and sometimes I mix this up as I play, I go to the 2, 1 action. Right here on the A to G. Coming back up, I guess I do 1, 2, 4. You could do 1, 3, 4. I think I do 1, 2, 4. Coming back, I'm going to stay in this idea here with the 2, 1 on the E and D. Coming back up, definitely a 1, 2, 4 here because I'm reaching to that C. Coming back, I've got the C here using now the ring finger, so I've got this 3, 1 action. Back to the 1, 2, 4 for that, right, for the D, E, and G. And then stay with the 3, 1 for that, the G and E, coming back up to the G, A, C, D, and then peel that off, resolving to C, and I'll explain that in a minute why I'm doing that. There I use the 1, 3, 4. So again, I guess it depends on the weather. I don't know, you know. Crank it up a little bit. All right, so there's the idea, the line, if you will. So what I'm doing here is, in the beginning of this series, we were talking a lot about, I was imposing this over different modes, extracting the A minor pentatonic from different modes of different keys. So I figured, I don't know why I was in the mood for this, but I'm going to kind of go back to where it all began, and I'm going to be playing over C major. So I'm literally playing the relative minor to a major key. So A minor is the relative minor to C major. So the backing track I have here is just a very common 1, 6, 4, 5. It's been around forever, right? But if you want to think of it modally, here's a really fun way to do it, is I take a C chord, right, as my 1 chord, and then keeping the C in the bass, I grab the F triad underneath that, which is the 4 chord of C, and then I go up and grab the G triad, which is the 5, but C's in the bass the whole time. And us rockers will recognize that if you're a Styx fan, that come sail away, right? So if you find yourself playing that in your cover band and if you're stretching it at the end of the tune or whatever, I mean, there's a killer arpeggio sequence that I believe Tommy Shaw played on that, and maybe I'll talk about that sometime because I loved playing that. But you could apply this lick over that, and it would be great. It would sound fine. So before I hit this with the backing track, now what I'm going to do is explain or walk through, if you will, the interval relationship, not to A this time, A minor, but to C, because C is going to be our gravity. So this is another reason I decided to do this way, simply because the intervals just land perfectly for C. So it starts right here on C. It starts on the root. So the C, it goes up to the second or ninth, and I'll just clear this up now so I'm not saying second and ninth throughout the rest of this, but I rarely call them the second, even though that they are that's technically correct, the second. I'm going to kind of refer to it as the ninth. It's just the way my brain works. So root up to the ninth. There's the major third. Again, we're playing against C. The E is the major third. Okay. The G is now the fifth, and A is my sixth. Okay. Coming back, I land on a G, right? So there's my fifth again. Coming up to the sixth, there's my root, 9, third. Coming back, land on that D. Okay, that's my ninth. Coming back up, there's my root. Coming down, there's my A, which is my sixth. Coming back up, there's my fifth, which is G. Now you can isolate these two, which is fun to do. You know, now coming down, there's my E, okay, which is my third. Coming back up, there is my ninth, and what I do is I kind of peel that back and grab the C as my root. Kind of landing on the root, I guess, if you will. You don't have to. You can land on any interval in that pentatonic scale. It's going to sound fine. All right, so let's jam out to the track a little bit so you can hear how I'm kind of doing this. A couple of different ideas here. Tempos, I'm sorry, you know, just how I phrase it. Maybe I'd even use it as a launch, you know, like this. Into it, like at the end of a bar line, you know. I'll do that one more time, see if that kind of works, right? Here we go. It's going to be the launch into the solo. So that's the idea there. Position 4, borrowing from position 5, you know, and you know, just experiment with different phrasing ideas, phrasing tempos, if you will, and have fun with it. Incorporate it as soon as possible into your playing, and then I will be back with the final installment, which is position 5, borrowing from position 1 again, an octave higher from where we started all of this stuff. And then I'll probably do a bonus video talking about variations and how to connect them. I promised that in the last video, but as my time constraints have basically forbidden me from getting all of that complete, but I promised we were going to do a whole video on that and have some fun with it. Okay? So, hope everyone's doing great. Keep practicing, and I will see you real soon. Have yourself an amazing